wanted to make a quick video to demonstrate how I use the Avidyne XPlane trainer with XPlane to practice my instrument procedures. On my own XPlane I have a Piper Cherokee model, which is the same airplane that I fly, and I have it set up to mimic all the different avionics that I have in the airplane. So dual G5s, JPI-830, the Avidyne IFD 440, and the autopilot, which is the GFC 500. I also run some iPads in the aircraft so we can see those too. So the setup that we're about to see is a flight from Olympia up to Painfield. So Oscar Lima Mike to Papa Alpha Echo. And we're going to pick it up right as I'm getting the ATIS. So a few things to know is that I am running custom weather right now, so even though we're going to hear the ATIS at Oscar, we're actually running weather Zulu. And also my call sign is November 7670 Foxtrot.
Painfield, Snohomish County. Information: Oscar 1800 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility 3, rain. Sky conditions: indefinite overcast, temperature 13, dew point 13. Altimeter 3028. Arriving runways 16 right, 16 left, departing runways 16 right, 16 left. Advise on initial contact. You have Oscar.
November 7670 Foxtrot, Pain altimeter 3030, information Oscar current. Expect ILS Zulu approach 16 right.
7670 Foxtrot, 3030, ILS Zulu 16 right expected, and we have weather Zulu.
Thank you. Walker 29, contact Oakland Center 132.905.
Alright, let's load up the Zulu approach. It's not
November 902 Sierra Quebec Cross Frog, so flight level 240.
So I have been briefing 17 Yankee, but now I've been giving 17 Zulu. Also, I am running custom weather on this flight, so that's what there's a difference in the altimeter between what ATC reported and what the ATIS reported.
November 7670 Foxtrot, sliding 020 vectors for the approach.
280-7670 Foxtrot.
November 70 Foxtrot, negative 020.
020-70 Foxtrot. Heading.
November 654 Papa Alpha, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
This is why we practice, folks. This is why we practice. So now what I've done is I am reconfiguring the navigator for the ILS-Z Zulu instead of Yankee, and I also have switched the IFD over to localizer mode because I'm going to get vectors to final and I don't expect any more GPS navigation. But you know, if it happened, we would just switch back. I didn't select the vectors to final for the approach. I still selected a fix, but that leaves the gap in route. That doesn't bother me. We'll fix that later.
November 7670 Foxtrot, turn 10 degrees left, descend to maintain 3000.
10 left and down to 3000, 70 Foxtrot. Alright, and altitude down to 3000. Vertical speed and vertical speed.
November 902 Sierra, contact Denver Center 120.47.
Now that I'm sure that I'm going to get our vectors to final, I change the approach to vectors to final. Alright, I'm going to change this because I'm pretty sure we're not going to get the procedure term, we're going to get vectors to final. So let's change that. That puts us in it. Okay, perfect. So I changed that. There's no step down, so we don't have to worry about that. And finally, I'm able to identify the localizer, and I also identify the pane VOR. Yep, that's correct. Pane has been identified.
November 7670 Foxtrot, turn right heading 070.
07070 Foxtrot.
November 902 Sierra Quebec, contact Denver, approach 126.1. November 7670 Foxtrot, turn right heading 130, join the localizer.
130, join localizer, 70 Foxtrot. So 130 to join the localizer, so now I should be able to engage nav, which will arm the localizer capture on the autopilot.
November 7670 Foxtrot is 3 miles from Ewok, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear ILS-Z, runway 16 right approach.
Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer for ILS-16 right Zulu, 70 Foxtrot. I've now armed the localizer mode by hitting nav on the autopilot. So we're going to maintain 3000 and then we're going to just capture. So localizer's armed now, that's great. And we're still holding 3000. And we have a glide slope coming in, that's good. Localizer has been captured. Now we're going to it's going to get us onto it. Perfect. And we can hit approach. Glide slope is now armed. So let's continue with our checklist because we're about to do our approach and landing. Fuel selector is in the proper tank. Let's change tanks. Seat backs are erect. Seat belts. Fuel pumps on. Make sure set. Airport lights. And autopilot will be off when we get down low enough.
Yakima Tower, 1674 Victor, 10 miles southeast, landing with information Bravo.
November 1674 Victor, Yakima Tower, runway 27, clear to land, make straight up.
Class Delta in 6.4 miles.
Clear to land, runway 25, 0167 clear Victor.
November 74 Victor, negative runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land at runway 27, 167 clear Victor.
November 7670 Foxtrot, contact Payne Tower, 132.905.
Over the tower, 32905, 70 Foxtrot. Started getting us slowed down here.
November 902 Sierra Quebec, descend and maintain 7000.
7000 to Sierra Quebec.
Payne Tower, Archer 7670 Foxtrot, ILS Zulu, 16 right.
November 7670 Foxtrot, Payne Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land.
16 right, clear land, 70 Foxtrot. 90 knots, and we're going to put in 1 degree of flaps, 10 flaps, 1 step of flaps, 10. Stabilize this again. Oh, we're already going down. Okay, we're capturing. Get our speed back down to 90. We are 2800, looking for 770. 6 miles out. 90 knots. $2,100. Looking for 770. We're getting a little fast, so let's slow us down. Alright, our missed top approach is 3,000. We're just going to leave that there. We need to change our altitude bug. That's for land after landing.
We're 902 Sierra Quebec, fly heading 150, report the field display.
4 miles.
Sorry, heading 150, and which is shit arrow?
770.
Report the field display.
Yeah, roger. We'll do 2 short.
So as you can see, the XPlane trainer from Avidyne for the IFD units is very useful. It helps me work on my buttonology and my procedures on the simulator at home. And in this case, I'm also working on the integration with other avionics like the autopilot. This approach ended up going missed, and I bumbled the procedure because I descended below the decision altitude by 100 feet. What I did wrong was I didn't use the toggle button, and I also didn't disconnect the autopilot during the mist. 477. So that allowed the airplane to descend below MDA. 500.
1 mile final, runway 16 right.
1 mile final. $1160 for 770.
500. 500.
$960, looking for 770. $900. 100 to go.
$200.
780. 770, going missed.
$100.
November 654 Papa Alpha, go ahead.
Pardon?
You have no altitude restrictions, maintain VFR.
Okay, maintaining VFR.
The IFD has sequenced into the mist, and then I fly the mist approach. So leave a little bit of this in the video, but we're going to end it pretty soon.
Okay.
Pain Tower 7670 Foxtrot's on the mist.
November 70 Foxtrot, fly the mist approach as published. Contact Seattle departure 120.4.
Or departure 20.4, we'll fly the mist as published.
Polish side, TBM 902 Sierra Quebec.
November 2 Sierra Quebec, clear visual approach runway 17 left.
Dit voor official 17 left, 2 check back.